Good morning, boys and girls. This is Miss Harkrider again. I'm going to be introducing our new book, and it is titled Amber Brown Goes Forth. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Chapter 1. You're the kid who has to put her right shoe on before her left. The salesman comes up to me with the foot measuring thing. Yep, I nod. You remember. How can I forget? The salesman puts my right foot into the measurer. The one time I didn't do it your way, you refused to get any shoes, and you accused me of ruining your day. And you threatened to report me to the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Children who need to put their right shoe on before their left. I hold out my right foot and wonder why he's acting like that so strange. I'm sure that I'm not the only person in the entire world who likes to have some things done a certain way. With the way my life goes, it's nice to be sure of some things, and I'm sure that I like to put my right shoe on before my left. It makes me feel weird if my left shoe goes on first. In fact, it messes up my entire day. A little kid comes over and grabs my foot, the left one. Foot, she says. Her mother picks her up. Sorry she's bothering you. She's learning the names for the body parts. I'm glad that the foot is the part of the body she decided to name. All around us, there are kids trying on shoes, blowing up balloons, yelling, I want those. I hate those. One kid is throwing a temper tantrum because his mother won't buy him sandals for school. The salesman continues, and you've got that very colorful name. I sigh. My mother looks at her watch. He thinks for a minute. Ebony black? No, that's not it. Pearl white? No. Amber brown, I remind him, and I don't like to be teased about it. Isn't there another family that you always come in with to buy your shoes for the new school year, he asks, with two little boys, one about your age? They've moved away, my mother said softly. All of a sudden, I get this empty feeling inside of me. This will be the first time in my life that I'll be starting school without my best friend, Justin Daniels. I try not to think about it. I've been trying not to think about it all summer, especially since I got back from England with my Aunt Pam. My mother puts her hand on mine. She'd like to see the sneakers with the rhinestones on them. The man puts down the measurer and looks up information on a card file. She's grown, up another shoe size. Oh well, it could have been worse. She could have grown another foot. Then you'd have to buy 3 shoes. He laughs at his own joke. Just a little shoe business humor. And as he goes back to the back of the store, he sings, There's no business like shoe business. I look at my mother. She looks at me and shrugs. The shoes are a good quality and cheaper here than the other store. I know he drives you nuts, but think about what it would be like if you had to be with children in their feet all day. It would be a real feat, I giggle. You would have to put your heart into it, body and souls. We both started to laugh. By the time the guy comes back, my mother and I are both singing, There's no business like shoe business. And we both start to laugh. He joins in. I try on my new shoes. They're perfect. My mother smiles at me. New clothes, new shoes, all ready for a brand new school year. 4th grade, get ready for Amber Brown. I think about what she's just said. Not only does 4th grade need to get ready for me, I need to get ready for it. I think of how Justin and I used to pretend that we were knights. Before we could go off to slay the dragons, one of us would yell, The brave knights, go forth! To get ready for my new grade, I'm going to have to say to myself, Amber Brown goes forth. It's not going to be easy without Justin. Chapter 2. Sitting on my bed, I look at my dad book. It's filled with pictures of my father, alone, of him with me, with pictures of the 3 of us, Mom, Dad, and me. There are even some pictures of just the 2 of them before they decided to separate. Since my mother doesn't like to have pictures of my father around the house, I made up a special dad book. If I ever get to visit my dad in France, I've decided to make up a mom book to take with me. Something tells me that he doesn't have pictures of her around his apartment. He does have pictures of me, though. He told me that when he came over to England to see me when I got chickenpox and couldn't go to see him. Sometimes I talk to the book as if my dad is really there. Today is one of those days. I'm a little nervous about school starting. It's going to be the first time that you're not here for the first day of school, Dad, and Justin's not here either. I look at the picture of my dad, which was taken when we went to our great adventure. He's grinning, and he's got a piece of cotton candy stuck on his nose. He can't say anything because he's not here. I continue. Actually, I'm more than just a little nervous. I'm scared. 4th grade, that's supposed to be pretty hard. And Mr. Cohen's not going to be my teacher this year. What if my brain is so filled with everything from nursery school, kindergarten, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd grade that I don't have any room to put any new facts? What if I get a desk that wobbles, or a desk that some dumb kid last year sat in and there's still some dumb kidness left on the desk? That's going to rub off on me. I can almost hear my father laugh as I say that. It makes me smile a little, and then I continue. What if nobody wants to be my best friend, Daddy? If I'm really out of practice for making best friends, I haven't had to do it since preschool, and I didn't even have to think about it then. Then I gave the picture a kiss. I could almost taste the cotton candy on his nose. And, Daddy, this is the big news. Mommy is going out with this guy named Max. She started going out with him while I was in England, and I think she really likes him, and she says that he really likes her. I look at the picture of my father. He's still smiling. I'm not. When I got back, Mommy wanted me to meet Max, but I didn't want to. I think about how I don't want her to have a boyfriend, not unless it's my dad. And when she told me all about him, I got really upset, and I really cried. Not make-believe, try to get my own way tears, but real tears. So then she said that I don't have to meet him for a while, not unless it gets very serious. I start talking to the picture of my dad again. This could be very serious, Dad. If you are thinking about coming back to us, you better do it soon. I'm getting worried. Max doesn't even live here. He lives in a whole different town now. What if Mommy and Max decide to get married? Then you and Mommy won't be able to be married. What if they decide to move to his town? And what if I have to go to a different school? My father says nothing. Maybe I should call him and talk to him in real person, not just his picture. But then I don't think I could say all of this to him really, or to my mother, or to anyone. How does this look? My mother walks into my room. I close my dad book, turn it upside down, and look at her. She's wearing a black skirt, a raspberry-colored blouse, and jewelry. Actually, she looks really pretty, but I'm not sure I want to tell her that. I sniff the air. You've got a lot of perfume on. Then I scrunch up my nose. Actually, she smells good, but I don't want to tell her that either. She adds a black belt to the outfit, looks in my full-length mirror. Then she looks at me. What time is what's-his-face picking you up, I ask. Max is picking me up any minute. She gives me a look. What time will you be home? I take a strand of my hair and start to chew on it. I'm not sure, but honey, you don't have to worry. Joni said that she'll spend the night, and I'll be home long before you wake up in the morning. I continue to chew my hair. Maybe I won't go to sleep until you come back. My mother sighs. It's going to be very late. I'll wait up. She tries to change the subject. Honey, please don't chew on your hair. You know how Aunt Pam's cat, Cheshire, is always coughing up hairballs and leaving them all over the place. I'm afraid that you're going to start doing that. She points to a corner and teases. You know, little Amber, hairballs everywhere. Even though I think it's funny, I don't smile. I'll stay awake till you get home, so don't stay out too late. She looks like she's going to give me a lecture, But then all she says is, okay. I know that she's sure that I'll fall asleep, but I won't. I know I won't. Chapter 3. I'm not going to get out of bed. Not today, not tomorrow, not for the entire school year, which starts today. It was hard getting out of bed yesterday and listening to Mom after her big date with Max. She likes him. She really likes him. She says that she's sure that I'm really going to like him too. I'm sure that I really won't, but I don't ever want to meet him, ever. I don't ever want to like him. I'm very sure that I won't, and I'm also sure that I don't want to get out of bed and go to school. My alarm oinks at me. Actually, it's a combination piggy bank and alarm clock. It's a pig taking a bubble bath, a present from my Aunt Pam. When I put money in it, it snorts and thanks me. When the alarm goes off, it oinks. I push down the button to stop the alarm, and I put a pillow over my head. In about 4 minutes, the mom alarm pulls the pillow off my head and wakes me up. This alarm is a real person who rumples my hair and says different things depending on the day. After her date with Max, she woke me up saying, I told you you would fall asleep. Today, Mom alarm pulls the pillow off my head and says, wake up, darling. It's the first day of school. There's no button to turn the mom alarm off. Opening my eyes just enough to sort of see her, I say, 4th grade's not so important. Wake me up this time next year and I'll think about 5th grade. My mother tickles me. Get showered, get dressed, be downstairs in half an hour to get a nutritious, yummy breakfast. Then I'll drive you to school. I can walk. You haven't had to drive me there for 2 years. I think about how I used to walk to and from school with Justin. Then after school, I used to stay at his house until my mom came home. Now everything has changed. I repeat, Mom, I can walk to school. My mother sighs. We've already had this discussion. I don't want you to walk there alone, so I'll drive you to school, and at the end of the day, I'll pick you up after elementary extension. I put the pillow over my head. Elementary extension. It's this little program for school kids after school who can't go home right away. It's all Justin's father's fault. If he hadn't got that stupid new job, all of our lives wouldn't have had to change. I wonder if Justin's mom is waking him up right now, too. And I wonder if he's thinking about how different it's going to be for him. And if he's kind of missing me, too. Rise and shine, my darling daughter. My mom pulls the pillow off my head and uses her voice that says, now get out of bed if you wish to remain, my darling daughter. She also starts tickling my feet. I, Amber Brown, do not like to have my feet tickled. In fact, I hate it. So I get out of bed, tripping over my new school notebook. Picking up the notebook, I put it next to my pencil box. I've decorated the box with all sorts of stickers and filled it with pens, pencils, and erasers. Taking my shower, I think about a lot of things. What will my new school teacher be like? Which desk will I sit in? Who will sit next to me? Will Hannah Barton still be mean to me? Will some of the boys still be so immature? Will there be any new kids in the class who feel a need to have a new friend? I get out of the shower, dry off, and brush my teeth and my hair, not with the same brush, and put my clothes on. I put on black leggings and a long t-shirt that my Aunt Pam bought me this summer. It's got a map of the London Underground, their subway on it. I've never worn it. I was saving it for the first day of school. On go my new shoes, right shoe first, and then the left. I wonder if Justin is putting on his shoes right now. I wonder if he remembers to lace them on, or if he is going to trip because I'm not there to remind him to lace them, or if someone else will remind him. My notebooks and writing stuff go into my new fluorescent pink knapsack. That's a funny name for a backpack, but a lot of people call them knapsacks. Along with the good luck troll that Aunt Pam gave me a couple of years ago. I hear the phone rings, then it stops. Amber, my mother calls up the steps. It's your father. He wants to talk to you. Hurry up. I rush to the phone. My father is calling from Paris, France. Daddy! I pick up the phone, out of breath. I hear the click as my mother hangs up the phone downstairs. Amber, my father's voice sounds so close, even though I know how far away he is. I just wanted to call and wish you a happy first day of school. I only wish I could be there with you. With us. I keep hoping that means that he and Mom will get back together, even though they keep telling me that they won't. Amber, my father says, honey, not there, not in that house. I need a place of my own. We are both silent for a few minutes, and then I say, I miss you, Daddy. I miss you too. I wish I could see what you are wearing right now and be there to hear all about your day. Around 6 o'clock your time, I'll call to find out about how everything went. I figure that out. That's midnight, his time. Before hanging up, we have a kissing contest, making fast kissing sounds until one of us gets tired lips. As usual, I win. When we hang up, I feel really good that he remembered and called, and really sad that he isn't living here closer. Going downstairs, I think more about this being my first day. I wish that it were this time tomorrow, so that I will have already gotten through my first day of school and know that everything has gone well. I wish that my new teacher is wonderful and that I'm wonderful. I wish that I didn't feel so nervous. I wish. Well, that's the end of our chapters. We will be starting with chapter 4 tomorrow. I want you to think about some of the story elements that we've heard so far. Think about who the main characters are, what the setting is, and maybe even think about a problem that Amber Brown already has that you've noticed. We will read again tomorrow. See you later.